Hi, welcome to Knit with Hannah. Today we're looking at casting on with the loop method, also known as the half-hitch method. We're going to be casting on here quite a few stitches on the needle, but this is very rarely used as a complete cast on. It's more likely used in the middle of knitting when you're adding stitches to cover a buttonhole, for example. So I'll just show you how it's done and see how you get on. Do tell me in the comments below how you might use this method when you're in the middle of knitting or if you're starting out. Here we go. Hi everyone, we're going to knit today and we're going to cast on. So we're going to use the loop method to cast on today. This is ideal if you're a beginner and especially if you don't really mind how many stitches you have on the needle, because it's sometimes if you're doing the first row and you've used the loop method to cast on, you may lose one stitch as you start knitting. So if you're knitting a scarf, for example, it doesn't really matter how many stitches you have on the needle. If you're not following a specific pattern, this is ideal. So first of all, we need a slip stitch on the needle. We have the loose end of the yarn here. I'm going to hold that in my right hand and the yarn that's going to the ball is in my left hand. So I have my first two fingers of my right hand sticking out. I loop this yarn around the fingers near the tips and then around the fingers near the knuckles. I'm then going to pick up one of the needles, go underneath the first loop, over the second loop and pull that loop through. There we are, we have our first stitch on the needle. And now we're using the yarn from the ball. So to create the loop method, we don't use both needles as we do as if we're knitting. What we use is one needle in the right hand, and in the left hand we hold the yarn. So the yarn goes through that hand and you use your thumb to create the loops. The thumb goes under and over the yarn and you put that loop on the right hand needle. Under and over the yarn and the loop goes on the needle. It's as simple as that, and you're just keeping that yarn tense enough in your left hand so you can create the loop and then gently tighten it as it goes on the right hand needle. You see what I'm doing there? That goes on. That's 5 stitches we already have, including the slip stitch. So the yarn goes around the thumb onto the needle and it's tightened. There we go. And you can just keep going and put as many stitches as you need onto your needle. And there you go, you've cast on. Just let the yarn go occasionally in your right hand so it doesn't unravel. There's a good few stitches on the needle there. Just tighten up that slip stitch at the end, a little tug of that thread, and you're good to go with the first row of knitting. Thanks for joining me here today. There are more casting on videos along with all sorts of other knitting Q&A videos and knitting courses which can be found on knitwithhannah.co.uk and on my YouTube channel Knit with Hannah. Please share any questions or requests for videos in the comments below. You can also find me on Instagram where I'd love to see your latest knitting projects, any photos you can show me of what you've been doing with my courses or just out and about while you're knitting. Join me at Knit with Hannah, #KnitWithHannah.